We are here again, fourth game in group stage play in the UEFA Champions League. Fuck the World Cup. This is by far the grandest stage, the grandest tournament of them all here at Stadion Europa, in a matchup between FC Basel and Leicester City, visiting Leicester City, not only atop the table for English Premier League at the moment, but they are at top of the table of their group with an FC Barcelona as one of its members, with a beautiful win for this Leicester City team against, well, Basel, against everyone. I mean, Big, as well as FC Barcelona. On the road there is Smith with Iheanacho, Ndidi, Gazelle, in Saar you have, in Abora you have yourself and Maguire there with his team. Leicester City is ready to play, we're ready to spectate. There's the man who looks just like Smith on the Basel side. An absolute thrashing by Leicester City. Last time these two met, which was a home game for this team, they're going to try their best to continue on. Here comes Ndidi with the ball. Not a good pass. He needs to definitely work on his passing as of late. Just not doing it all too well. But he's definitely made himself at home when trying to attack. Speaking of making himself at home in front of these fans, is the Basel defender on the play. Here comes Smith. Smith needs to work on his strength on the training pitch. But this UEFA Champions League just definitely setting up. We're going to start getting the point in group stage where knockout is making their way in. And here we go, beautiful counter-attack set up. And Iheanacho is in, but he's not in all the way. Here comes the ball into Smith. And oh my, that was quite the volley connection. Not the best placement right at the keeper, but Smith looking for possibly a Harry Maguire, but no. Beautiful save. 2 saves now for this keeper on this young day in the matchup. Oh, indeed he was in. But I can tell you what. I thought Iheanacho had himself a goal. But players to watch. 22-year-old American who just got the interception on the telly. Right there, Saar with the pass to his man. Smith, Iheanacho not found well on the play. It's going to remain Leicester City possession. Beautiful footwork by Smith. And there we go, Smith, not the best of crosses into Iheanacho. It's going to be easily dealt with by the Basel defence. But this Basel team just, well, when you're seeing Leicester City establish themselves, definitely is going to put the pressure on. The team that just with high expectations was FC Barcelona. I mean, come on, it's FC Barcelona with the likes of Messi and Neymar. You're going to have high expectations for this club. Year in, year out. They're just always going to be one of the top 3, probably 5. Oh, it's definitely going to be some sort of foul, but maybe not. Here we go, ball in, Gazelle. Sorry, not Gazelle today, it's Vitolo with this Iheanacho set up for Leicester City. Another just misplaced header by this lad for Leicester City, but they've done a grand job of trying to retain possession. Is Leicester City here in the midfield. They've done a well of a job to definitely set this team up for good possessive play. And speaking of, no, not a good pass by Saar. Maybe a little bit too jittery, because I believe a win today is going to set them up with a spot at the knockout stage of the Champions League. I mean, what a better, more honourable position to find yourself in as a club, as a team, than to be in the knockout stage, especially to win your group. And FC Barcelona appears to have their boys setting up for it. But here we go. This UEFA Champions League this season, we'll have to see how knockout's going to be, but so far it's been quite a bit of a pleasant surprise to see a Leicester City. Not a good move right there by Smith. He's got to work on his dribbling skills. But I can tell you what, he's quite the footballer, isn't he? Smith being able to set up teammates and his goal scoring abilities as well. And Didi with the ball in the middle of the field. Pierre with the reception on the play. And Smith is going to, well, not the best of passes by Hinacho, but the way this Leicester City offense runs, definitely striker forward, centre forward, it kind of seems like with a team like this. But again, here comes Smith. Hinacho with the ball. Smith with it now. Smith, beautiful ball to Duarte. And then dealt with very well by the keeper. He's not going to try to be fooled 5 times in this game. Even though Smith tried to take a chunk out of that play right there. He was trying to get a beautiful long shot out of the box. But, you know, sometimes the vision doesn't match up exactly well with what ends up happening. The body not keeping up with the mind. And you saw right there, just beautifully done, especially when you have more than one mind to worry about to make a beautiful play on the pitch. You got to deal with poor defensive play as well, which was not the case for Basel's defender on the play. And here we go, ball into Ndidi. And a beautiful tackle by the Basel defender. And it's going to be a counter-attack set up for this team. Pierre on the move. He's just been in the groove. Just playing in fine form. And here we go. Silva with the play. Pass. Silva had himself quite the shocker. Scorcher of a goal. Oh my, it's just feeling just like... Oh, terrible. Terrible take here in the 37th minute of UEFA Champions League group stage, game 4, round 4 of these 6 games. Just not the best of games so far by this Leicester City team. And a beautiful block by the Leicester defender as it's, oh my, come on, come on, come on man. You got to play stronger than that. And speaking of stronger than that, Hinacho not dealt with well. This team is just so close to being able, and quite the chance right there by Basel. And there we go, Smith out, ball into Ndidi. Smith with the ball now. No, not going to be passed well by Ndidi. I mean, again, optimistic, advantageous passes, but just not good to do anything of it. Here we go, Saar with the play to Pierre. Beautiful change of play on the play. Beautiful change of play on the play. There we go, Vitolo. Beautiful moves, and it's going to go out for a corner for Leicester City here in the 45th minute. Extra time approaching. The corner going to be sent in by Smith. It's going to be ball taken in. Smith trying his best to set up teammates, but it's just not going so well at first. Just watching for offside, but here we go. Ball's going to be into his man, and it's going to be a goal. Beautifully set up. 1-0 Leicester City. Hinacho in fine form himself. Not much well spoken of him so far in this match, but got a beautiful setup by Vitolo. Keeper, no way you can have the human reaction time matchup as such, as the keeper for Basel has been beaten for the first time today, right before half-time here. Basel down 1-0 to Leicester City. Group leaders at the moment, well in position to win this group stage of UEFA Champions League. And there we go. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Here we go, my goodness. Ball's going to be sent to Pierre, right off the knee He's going to have to battle some good... Oh, and it's going to go out for another corner for Leicester City. And this Leicester City team just hungry for the wolf, you know what I'm saying? Like Duran. And no. But yes, here we go. Ball into Ndidi. Another corner. Another block, another corner for Leicester City. Here we go. Here we are. With his men going to send that ball in. No! And it's going to be Maguire. Another miss. One off the post. And oh my goodness. Jesus. Just not dealt with in the best of ways. I mean, we've seen the fact that Smith set this up beautifully. And then there we go, Smith and Iheanacho trying their best. With a beautiful ball in, beautiful chip. But the chip is not going to go in all too well. For, James Maddison comes in for Smith in what has been a fine match for him. But if Leicester City wants to win these matches in the knockout stage, there's no reason to not just sit there and want to play James Maddison and Smith. You don't want to sit there and try to explain why your best player is not on the pitch the entire game, especially a playmaker of his caliber. Just, there's no reason to be sitting here. And we're going to most likely have Smith, who has set up a couple good chances so far for Leicester City. And there we go. Oh, James Maddison's in. Oh, Vitolo was looking for possibly a nice cut to put himself into goal's way. Here's Leicester City. And a beautiful touch by Iheanacho with his weak foot, but you could not tell by the class of that attempt. It's 2-0, Leicester City well on their way to Champions League knockout stage. What a touch, what a finish. And we thought Jamie Vardy leaving this team, that we saw the first shock. Well, Leicester City, as this team, I mean, sorry, I apologise for yawning, but FC Basel's put quite the ball, haven't they? Oh no, just this team has not played all too well, especially on the attacking end. And there we go, James Maddison, pass to Ndidi, setting this up, saw the pace on the edge. And then Ruiz, again off. We saw how that happens, it's like deja vu, but except this time it's a man who's about half a foot at least shorter than Harry Maguire. It's just off the post that time. Again, and beautiful defence by Leicester City, great situational play. And here we go, James Maddison, hungry as always, coming off. Here we go, Smith is now approaching the press box for us. Smith, how you doing, Fanta? Doing quite well, hubby. Doing great. No, I'm telling you, sir, I mean, I know we've heard you before complain about the lack of play. I mean, and honestly, you're starting these matches, you're getting a majority, technically, of the time out on this pitch, but I mean, how does it feel for you to be in such form and, you know, just find yourself not finishing out these games? I mean, not to say that you're Lionel Messi, but you're the role of that player on this team, a man who can score goals at will, it seems, at the beginning of the season, and also the EPL. That, I mean, that's your position on this team, that for some reason you're not getting the complete game. And a beautiful job right there on the play, and it's going to be a miss for Basel. But how are you feeling of how are your emotions so far for such a just such a situation as such? Honestly, I mean, I can't help but say it is you know, it is quite frustrating. You're going to sit there, you know, watch a guy like James Madison who's, I mean, he's done quite well. He's in fine form for sure. I mean, I'm not going to sit there and say otherwise. Speaking of, I mean, he's just about to score this goal for him. Beautifully done. And right you are. You can just see the play opening up. And just, I mean, you can just tell, I mean, it's the player's perspective, right? I mean, yeah, I mean, absolutely. You can just see him. Look at him right here, just running down the field, setting it up perfectly. It's 3-0 now. Yeah, I couldn't be happier with this team, but I mean, I couldn't be happier with the team. Just gonna have to talk out the manager. It's a bunch of bullshit, if you ask me. It just it angers me because I know that you know, I would love to enjoy time out on the pitch like that, having the time of my life with my teammates. Hinacho's playing quite well. I'd love to set him up. You know, if he's gonna score a hat trick or something like that in this game, I know on that play, you know, Hinacho's also out. But on as well as that is that, you know, you'd like to see yourself playing with your friends. You know, it's like you know, it's like as if you're injured as a kid playing YMCA or something. You know, you enjoy it. I feel like a kid when I'm out there playing with these guys. There's just no reason for me to believe that I don't deserve to be playing a full 90 minutes out on the pitch. Honestly, the pitch turns into a bitch when you're sitting right by it, especially when you're starting a game playing in the form that I believe I've been playing in. And it's a shame that that's been the case, but you know, it is what it is. I just want to talk with my manager and just, you know, deal with it. It's a bunch of bullshit, honestly. It really is a bunch of bullshit. I don't appreciate it. I know there's been most likely some voices of concern with the way the manager has been setting players up. I mean, exactly. I mean, there's no reason. There's never been a perfect clubhouse when it comes to morale. But indeed, I mean, we've seen how you've played. We've seen that the United States the form has increased quite well with you on the pitch. And honestly, I mean, you haven't finished out every game with them as well. But in all honesty, I mean, we've seen you finish out games for them. But why? I mean, maybe today, possibility, y'all up 2-0. You're seeing this team come in doing such. I mean, maybe it's to rest you up for knockout stage. I mean, speaking of, how do you feel coming into this? What were your expectations of how this group was going to finish out? I mean, 2 more matches, one against Barcelona, of course, but you're seeing how it's unfolding. Not good pass right there by your team, but fortunately enough, you got the class of Harry Maguire on the play. But yeah, exactly. How were the expectations heading into this? You know, and James Madison making his way in, and oh my, such a close. But what was it? Expectations heading into the group stage. I mean, honestly, do you really? I mean, we played Barcelona well, and that's the competitive spirit, is to be able to continue on like that. And you know that you like to play the best game. You gotta beat the best. And when you're playing a club like that, there's no reason to believe that But I just didn't expect it at all. It's so surreal so far. It's the last game I anticipated was to be ahead so early. Thought it'd be more competitive, and we're going to continue on. You never know with Barcelona how they're going to play. But you know, it's definitely exceeded expectations for sure so far. Well, thank you very much for coming up here. I appreciate your time. I appreciate the art that you bring to the pitch. Thank you very much, Mr. Smith, and hope to see you in a full 90 minutes for this team come knockout stage. Thank you very much. No, thank you. The pleasure's all mine, man. I wish I was rather on the pitch than talking to here, but hey, I appreciate your time and hospitality. Thanks a bunch, Clyde. All right, well, thank you very much to Leicester City, FC Basel, UEFA Champions League. As always, I'm your man Clyde Williamson here with another beautiful UEFA Champions League match, another win for Leicester City. They're just rolling their way on. It just seems it's scoring at will. We'll have to see if they will meet their maker, meet their match, come and knockout stage. But as always, I'm your man Clyde Williamson here, and as always, be great.